This video was recorded in front of a live virtual audience. Hello everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is a very interesting topic because it's a recurrent theme that happens a lot on my channel. No matter in which video, if Hermes, Kelly, or Birkin and Kelly get ever mentioned, even if only in the sidebar of a video, it ignites a lot of conversation, and a lot of you kind of comment on that and catch on that element, no matter how tiny the mention of a Birkin or Kelly is in a bigger video that has a different topic. I receive a lot of comments, so I see that there's a lot of interest about Birkins and Kellys in particular from Hermes, and in particular the journey towards them. So we're going to talk about that topic in this video today, but before we get to it, remember to thumb up this video and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. You can also push the join button next to the subscription button and become a member today of the Fashion Bunker and gain access to extra perks. You can also follow me or join me on Patreon, become a patron today and gain access to extra perks there as well. Thank you to all my patrons and members who have already pledged. And just a reminder, this video is being filmed in front of a live virtual audience. So thank you to all my co-reviewers and watchers and viewers live in the chat section here right now. Also, I would like to remind you that if you wish to join the live conversation as well, you can. I am live streaming every Saturday from my channel. Go to my community tab towards the end of the week and check out the posts that I make to see your local streaming times. And you can also be a part of the Fashion Bunker live stream community. Okay, guys, so we know since a long time now about the marketing strategies that Hermes employs to make us desire their, in particular, not just, but in particular, the Olympus of their bags, which is Birkins and Kellys. Birkin, even though the Kelly has been around longer than the Birkin seems to be kind of on a higher level, just a little bit, than the Kelly in terms of desirability. And the difficulty to obtain said bags is also kind of directly proportional to the law of supply and demand, artificial supply, might I add, kept artificial, quite very much so, so it would appear, and the country you live in or the continent you live in. So it appears as though in some countries, it is way more difficult to obtain the aforesaid bags, the Kellys and Birkins, than in other countries. So we have heard many stories of people just walking into an Hermes boutique in Paris or anywhere in France for that matter, nonchalantly gazing around, probably dressed well, I guess, and then just like sales associate asks you if they can help you, what would you need to see? And then you just say, do you have to have a Birkin or a Kelly? And they would say, yes, of course, here. And then you buy it and done. But then there's also issues in other countries where, like, you have a Kelly, Birkin, they laugh at you in your face. Not literally, but so this whole concept of unspoken rules developed with time, because to be honest with you, I don't know how much this is even legal. This system of you have to buy a lot at a brand, at least the equivalent amount of the worth of the bag that you want to really purchase. So before they offer you the bag, which is, let's say, $10,000, you gotta first drop $10,000 worth of other stuff in the store before they even kind of tell you, oh, by the way, what did you say you wanted, a Birkin? Yes, we do have one. It's kind of an unspoken rule in many countries where Hermes has boutiques that you have to go on this so-called journey towards your Birkin or Kelly bag. And the journey, I don't think, was coined by any marketing mastermind that could have ever worked at Hermes. The sad truth about this journey is that the terminology journey, as a terminology utilized to define your craving for a Birkin and a Kelly, but having to drop 10K on their other things that you don't care for in order to even be allowed to purchase for another 10K the Kelly or Birkin. The sad thing is that this terminology, the journey, was coined by the consumers, by us, the consumers, who are so depressed that we have to go through this, to this demeaning and quite crooked attitude of having to buy all that stuff before we are allowed to purchase a Kelly and Birkin. That so for us to be able to cope with the tragedy of this first world I don't want to say dilemma, but well, the fact that you have to let this you know that it's crooked, that it shouldn't be that way, and the fact that you have to accept it, well, you don't have to, you want to because you want the bag, to make it acceptable to you, you decide to invent a terminology around the situation to make it sound less bad for yourself, which is super cringe. So you coined the terminology of saying, oh, I am on my journey towards a Birkin. Girl, are you not aware of the fact that it sounds like you're in a cult? That you have literally just joined a cult? And they are brainwashing you, and that cult is literally telling you, it's like joining Scientology. The second you enter the church, they want money from you. Buy a book, buy an instruction leaflet, booklet, take a course, buy this, buy that. You're on your journey towards the higher echelons, the enlightenment. You're on your journey. But you got to pay. That journey ain't for free. And that's exactly what the journey towards a Birkin and Kelly is. For me, it's just as appalling. Because, and why should it be illegal in my opinion? Because if, you see, they don't show in the shops the Birkin and the Kelly on display on the sales floor. So you got to ask for it. So they have it in the back, but they're going to lie to you that they don't have one. So it's a loophole. They're not going to tell you to your face, let me see your credit history, your purchase history. How much did you buy with us? You didn't buy enough, so I'm not going to give you the bag. No, they're not going to tell you that. But they're going to, if they don't know you, they're probably not going to tell you, yeah, I got a Birkin bag in the back. Come with me. No, you got to build a rapport, connection to your sales associate. You got to spend money with them. Now, it is also said, allegedly, that, in these luxury boutiques, the sales associates earn commission on what they sell, but allegedly they do not earn any commission on those Holy Grail Hermes bags. So apparently they don't earn a commission on a Kelly, they don't earn allegedly a commission on selling a Birkin. So that means that, do good by the sales associate. Buy products on which they earn a commission, and if you buy enough of those products, that warrants then them to want to sell to you a Birkin and a Kelly. But if this were true, then the brand is to blame, because the brand decides that they're not going to give their sales associates a commission or a bonus if they sell Birkins and Kellys. It's not your fault. You, the client, are not at fault. You want a Kelly and a Birkin. It's not your responsibility to enable Hermes and their system of not giving commission to their sales associates if they sell a Kelly and a Birkin. It's not your fault. It's Hermes who made the bag so desirable through their marketing strategies in the first place. So they're the ones manipulating you into making yourself invent the terminology, my journey towards a Birkin and a Kelly, just to make it more acceptable to yourself, to make that whole ripoff more acceptable to yourself. So what are we talking about here? Why don't you just tell me then that the bag, instead of $10,000, is $20,000? Make the freaking bag cost that double amount of money and just sell it to me. I don't want to come to the boutique, feel awkward and weird, tiptoeing around the sales associate, being like, when is the right time to even ask for a Birkin or a Kelly? Am I allowed to? Already putting you in a position where you have to tiptoe around a sales associate means something is terribly wrong. A sales associate or a sales assistant is there to assist you, to help you out with the interests and needs and desires you might have within that brand. So if you desire, mind you, you're probably desiring the Birkin and the Kelly because it's a desirable bag. You're not desiring it, chances are, you're not desiring it because it looks good. Because take away the logo, take away the brand, take away the fact that it's Hermes. If that bag did not have Hermes on its back, if that bag, the Kelly and the Birkin, was designed for Target or H&M, you would not have given that bag the minute of the day. You wouldn't. I mean, don't kid yourself. Do not kid yourself. The way that bag is designed is a joke, especially the Birkin. The Kelly with the strap, you could take it on and off, at least, you know, there's a little bit more, but it's just, and then the glazing, you guys, I know you know me and the glazing. We ain't friends. And the cracking of the glazing, for me, it's a cheap cop-out. So what makes you want the Birkin and you know, listen. Sure, we're all different. We have different tastes. And I'm sure a couple of people out there would love the Birkin, even if it were never designed by Hermes, even if it were made just for Primark, or, you know what I mean? Like, if it were just randomly designed by some person in a design studio without too much thought, you know, a lucky strike of genius, whatever. A stroke of genius, and then that bag was created for some fast fashion brand. Sure, some people would still buy it, but it wouldn't have that covetability that it has today, and it only has it thanks to the marketing genius of Hermes. So what is this journey we're talking about, really? What is this journey? I think the true journey is the journey of Hermes traveling on a journey, going on a journey, finding out new ways and better ways to manipulate even more the consumer into believing that the Kelly and the Birkin are the most desired bags in the world. That's the journey they're on, and you partaking in that journey is you're a tool to the system by doing so. So a lot of y'alls are not going to like hearing this, because a lot of y'all's watching this are probably really huge fans of the Birkin and the Kelly, and you're going to be like, how dare you, thumbs down. Oh, it is what it is. It is what it is. Furthermore, the fact that, in particular in Asian countries, there's this rigid system of never the sales associate telling you, you gotta buy this much before you get the bag. They're not allowed to say that. That would be highly illegal. But this unspoken thing that they have educated the client to already know their place and be afraid. It's the client who has been already educated from the get-go to behave accordingly. to start spending that huge amount of money before even allowing themselves to be like, hey, now I dropped $5,000 already. Like, can we start talking about a Birkin now? Maybe. I know, like it has not. I like the money that I already spent has nothing to do with it. And but it's, like, hey, but it's like when you arrive to Las Vegas and you go to a hotel and the concierge at the receptionist is not allowed when you're checking in. They're not allowed to take like tips and stuff. But if you want like an upgrade, there's like these tricks that you could do. You want a better room for the money that you paid for a certain type of room, but you want an upgrade. So this is one of the tricks that I've learned from being in Vegas a lot, but you probably know it as well. But if you don't, here's one for you. When you hand your ID or passport or what have you, underneath it you put $20, two 20s, whatever, how many dollar bills folded in. So it's underneath the passport or ID or driver's license, whatever is it that they want from you. They lift it, the money's there, and they just take it. Cameras are filming, but nobody sees that. So they take, they feel it in their fingers. Oh, okay. And then like as you're handing that, like your passport, your ID, you say like, it's called the sandwich trick. Okay. So usually you do the credit card. So usually you do ID, money, credit card, sandwich. You hand it over and you say, I'm checking in, this is my name. Would you happen to have maybe a complimentary upgrade? Oh, this is good money. Let me check for you, sir. Oh, yes, I think I could upgrade you. And then poof. So this sort of trickery is literally how cringe it is to shop at Hermes. Hermes, who wants to be the luxury, the brand of elegance, sophistication, minimalism, quality, darling. And then they go that ratchet ghetto on you where you literally gotta be like, hey, I'm going to buy that scarf, those shoes, that a watch, that bracelet, that necklace, because I got to like, and then you're calculating, tick, 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 okay, that's $10,000. So I'm going to buy all this. Do you have a Birkin? That's literally the sandwich trick from Las Vegas. That's how, you see how vulgar this is? So, and listen, be vulgar. That's okay too. That's okay too. That's the game you want to play. Don't call it a journey. Call it Vegas, baby. Call it Vegas, baby. Call it a Vegas Birkin. Call it a Vegas Kelly, and we're good. But don't sell me that we're sophisticated. We all gotta stick up our butts. We scan you from head to toe when you enter the boutique. We are beyond class when you enter at Hermes. This is quality, darling. And then you go, oh, but the Birkin, I have it in the back, but I'm not allowed to tell you I got it in the back, girl. First, you got to drop another 10K over there, and then we can talk about the Birkin. Like, oh, now the music changes. Where's the elegance and sophistication in that? That is ratchet. That is some ratchet, skanky-ass behavior. So this is what irks me. Be open about it. Make it very clear to the whole world. Hey, when you go to Asia, to Australia, sometimes to America also, there are exceptions in America. You could also sometimes walk into the bigger boutiques and get something, even though even then they're going to tell you, hey, buy something else, just, give me something, buy I got the bag. But like, you want a wallet? Do you want a scarf on top of it? Just so that I can like justify it with my manager that, like selling you the Kelly, but like, hey, but they also bought a scarf and, like literally. And I know the trolls out there. You're going to be like, oh, some of you are going to come for me now, probably already typing away with comments. Oh, You're bitter because you can't afford a Kelly and a Birkin. Girl, for who knows, knows. This is not about being able to afford it or not afford it. I can afford it. I don't want to play these games. It's as easy as that. So for those of you who tried that, doesn't work on me. Moving on. Back to the topic at hand. If you want to be that type of person at a store, if you want to be that type of brand that says, you got to buy this in order for me to offer you that, then be that type of store. But be open about it. Be very, very transparent about it. Don't fake that that's not the case. Oh, no, but look, if you go to Paris, you could just enter and buy the bag. Yeah, okay, so what? Are your customers in Asia lesser beings because you treat them differently than you treat your customers in France? That's even worse then. Then we're like racially profiling at this point, like from country to country. That makes it even more cringe. Like, you see what I mean? From every point of analysis that you try to kind of justify this behavior, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And be honest about it. Tell me, be ghetto. Hey girl, you want a Birkin? Oh hell no. First you got to drop 10K over there and then we can talk about it. But don't act like you know nothing about the pre-existing purchase histories. No, it's just that it's a very demanded, it's a bag that it's in high demand. It's in high demand and we don't have a Birkin and a Kelly just like that available in stock. Oh, no. No. We would have to order it. There's a waiting list, this and that. And I know that now in some countries, like in France, they're taking away the waiting lists and everything. Like you walk in, you buy it or you don't buy it. Either they have it or they don't have it. But even that, in some cases it works, in some cases it doesn't. And that whole part of the journey, the sales associate that you're building your purchase history with, then the whole story that then they have to go and plead your case for wanting a Birkin/Kelly with their manager. Excuse me? Your sales associate, after you've dropped 10K purchasing other products because you're begging for it, you're dying for it. You want your Birkin and Kelly. So after you drop that money in the hopes, because you're tiptoeing around them, they're not tiptoeing around you or your money. No, you are tiptoeing around them because they've educated you to be the lemming. The sales associate will plead your case to their managers that you want a Birkin and that you've spent enough money to warrant them pleading your case to their managers, to ask permission to their managers, to allow them to order, to put you on the list to get a Birkin or a Kelly. Really? Journey? You call that a journey? That's a journey? And you're trying to give it a positive connotation by calling it a journey, my journey. And like, you don't even dare say my Hermes journey, my Birkin journey, my journey towards my Birkin. Like, the system, even if you loved the bag, okay, it's the system itself, how it's built towards you obtaining the bag. That system alone should make you hate that bag. And if, knowing how the system works, you still want that bag, then guess what, boo? You are the problem, not the brand. The problem is you. Wake up to the truth. Smell that hot-grained black coffee. Smell that coffee. The problem is you. Because you know how the system works. You know how crooked it is. And you play the game. So, don't blame them. The problem is you. Thank you for watching this video. This was very ad-friendly, wasn't it? So let me read your commentos, darlings. Warrior Worm says, I ain't got 10 to buy a pile of tacky click-clacks and rodeos I won't use to then wait for a Birkin in birch shit lime green. Honey, I got more self-respect than that. It's a solo journey for you, boo-boo. Ooh, cha, warrior worm. Oh, the username fits the topic, fits the comment. Kira says, I'd rather spend $20 on a cheap bottle, get the same effect, and still have 49,980 left in hand. Kevy W says, apparently Chanel is going to suggest a similar journey to their clients. You will need to purchase ready-to-wear to be offered popular bags. No, that's never going to happen because Chanel is too... They just want money, honey. They produce so many of those bags, and Chanel Timeless Classics and 255s don't have that standard. Chanel never managed to build up the desirability around those bags as much to warrant such behavior. They can't pull that off because people will just not buy them. Chanel would want to be there, but they're not. Diego says, I think it's not about the product anymore. It's more about winning the game and scoring the bags to show your friends that you have one, etc. Exactly, Diego. But exactly that is the manipulation of brand marketing. It's the brand marketing that plants that seed for you to think that it is amazing that you can show off to your friends that you have that bag, because they've brainwashed you to think that that moment of showing it off to your friends is worth the journey. It's sick. It's sick. Diego says, I think Hermes is a playground for rich people. I worked at a luxury hotel and the clients were competing with each other, buying the most expensive bottles of champagne. We are talking $50,000 bottles here. Yeah, but it's not just the rich who can buy a bag at Hermes. It's more about that contorted game. Just let me be very clear about something, you guys. I have quite a few pieces from Hermes. I love the quality of their things. I love the aesthetic of some of their things. I have nothing against the heritage and the beauty and the aesthetic of their brand, mind you. I'm a huge fan of their horse riding gear, which is what they're famous for ultimately. Of their like tarot cards, their games, everything that's connected to the equestrian world. And I have crops from them and things that are a little bit, I mean, dominatrix style, because like I love their glycerin soaps for horses, but also used for humans. Like that's the Hermes I love. I really do. I really do. But like, just don't, you know, and those are the products that you just walk into the store and you buy it because you love it and it's there. You know, I want to buy a horse crop. They're not telling me like, yeah, but you gotta first you gotta buy the Birkin and then you can get the horse crop. Girl. So I'm not like bashing Hermes as a whole. I really love their aesthetic. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I don't like the games. I don't like the manipulation. I don't like the ratchetness of it all. Like that's where I say no. No. Not with me. Not today, Satan. Not today. Lynn's review says, what journey? What game? It's just buying a leather bag from a popular brand. There are many bags with similar designs and brands with just as good quality like Delvaux, Moina, I think, Moina, etc. Millie says, will you get one if they offer you one? You mean if they give me one for free? I would take it. Of course I would. If it's a gift, it's a gift. It's actually not really polite to say no to a gift. But if they offer me to buy one, no. Because I'm not asking for it. If they just come to me and be like, hey, would you like to buy? I'm like, what are we? Like walking down the street and then a guy comes by, opens his jacket and there's like fake Rolexes hanging from, hey, want a Rolex? Like, you know what I mean? I'm not asking for one. So them coming to me and asking me if I want one would also not be, you know what I mean? Listen, so I was offered actually one because this was a couple of years back and, well, within the fact, but I've said this story before, but anyway, long story short, because I do work in the fashion world, so things are a bit easier because you know, let's just say that I had something that the person working at Hermes wanted from me, and then it was just super easy. All of a sudden it was like, oh, hey, can I get this? Do you want a Birkin or a Kelly? That's how easy it is, because they are available. They're not that rare. It's all just a game. And I said, oh, no, thank you. Like, no, thanks. But I still, polite as I am, I still said, hey, no need to do this. I can help you with what you want anyway. You don't have to offer me a Birkin. I don't want it. But if you need help with what that person needed from me, I said I can help you out. Don't worry about it. Lori says, I dislike the style of those bags. No thanks. Kira says, sounds like mostly paying for the name and not the actual product. Jack says, the journey is Hermes taking the consumer's money to the bank. Yes, that's a good one. They're going to come for you, Cha, says Amelia. Yeah, well, they are. They have been. They have been. Clean Freak says, the building, that building a rapport is not real. And so those friendships and relationships were never built on any real foundations. And the brand is to blame for the encouragement of fake interaction. True. Still trying to wrap my head around someone spending 10K on a bag or even more. I mean, depending on the material, obviously you can go into the hundreds of thousands of dollars if the bag is made out of a special material and size. Jesus says, it's like a pyramid scheme, LOL, in a way. Not only is it a cult, but it also creates fake, phony relationships, and it's so very disingenuous, says Clean Freak. Even if I could afford Hermes, I still wouldn't buy it, says Lori. Red Frag says the most expensive Hermes handbag on eBay is $295,000. Crocodile Coochie, says Rara Avis 777. Jesus says, that's super cheap Birkin, LOL. They sell Birkins for up to 1 million covered in diamonds. And Crocodile Coochie. Oh, Coochie. Just says $10,000 for a piece of beef jerky, Cha. It's a no from me. Finally, thank you, Dacob, for sharing your thoughts on this Hermes topic, says Lynn's review. Thank you for listening to me. Now, I know people watching this later on are going to come for me. A lot of people are going to be very upset, and they're just going to be like, oh, what do you know? You don't even have a Birkin and a Kelly, so lose-a-palooza. Sure, that's your opinion. Stick to your belief and stick to your church of Hermes. Stick to your journey. Stick to your beliefs. Stick to your cult. Tiffany says, I wonder what Plato, Socrates, and all the other philosophers would say when they could time travel to the 25th century and humans gone gaga. Anyway, thank you for your comment on these stupid games. I say good night to y'all and see you soon, says Antigone. Thank you so much. Well, what would Socrates and all of them say? Socrates would probably be wearing Gucci loungewear, writing books and posting selfies on Instagram being like, Socrates, oh yeah, she's Socra and she tease. She tease. Oh, she be teasing. I mean, listen, philosophers today, most of them post selfies on Instagram. They go with the flow. They adapt with the times. Rara says, $295,000, that's a whole decent house here. I don't think so. Millie says, Dacob, is this your critical commentary on what YouTuber somebody said went through with Hermes just to get a Birkin? No. No. This is why we love Dacob. You are the best, says Monica. Thank you so much. Listen, I keep it real. I'm not going to lick anybody's butts or boots to play a game. I don't want to play a game. If we all said that together and just stopped playing their games, who would win? It's almost a Buddhist thing, you know, the Buddhist religion. No, it's not a religion. It's actually philosophy. They do not allow you to say it's a religion. It's a philosophy. It's learn to let go. Learn to let go. When you let go, when you got nothing to lose, you cannot lose. When you have nothing to lose, you're a winner, baby. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And having a positive ending to it all, because we did come to a positive conclusion, thank God. Subscribe to my channel, thumb up this video if you liked it, and join. Become a member today. Push the join button, gain access to extra perks such as your name rolling in the credit bar as a co-producer of the Fashion Bunker at the end of every video. You can also join me on Patreon, superdacob all spelled together on Patreon. Also there you get access to extra perks, including special videos that do not come to the main public channel. I got a little dust particle floating around. The dust particle took me out. There it is. Oh, I got the dust particle. This was so poetic, so delicate. What did I want to say? Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, superdacob all spelled together. You can also follow me on my Chanel Instagram profile. Coco Chanel is in my house, dedicated to my collection, and Coco Chanel Privé, dedicated to the life of Coco Chanel, the one and only. What can I tell you? Join my live streams every Saturday and enjoy these chats and conversations together. It's the best time of the week. This is our party, so you're all invited. Come join me next Saturday. Check out in my community tab towards the end of every week the posts dedicated to the live stream, so you get to see the exact streaming times in your local area. Until next time, guys, never forget to never give up on love. Love you all. See you soon. Take care. Bye.